industrialist. Today, I will present to you the different safety precautions in casting. First, what is meant by safety? Safety is the freedom from harm or danger. It is the state of being safe. So, how about precautions? Precautions is something that is done to prevent possible harm or trouble from happening in the future. So, what are the importances of knowing the safety precautions in casting? Safety precautions in casting are important because it deals with molten metal, wherein it undergoes high temperature. Second, it is used to prevent different injuries and illnesses coming from chemicals in conducting casting. So, when we talk about casting, it has a connection to PPE or personal protective equipments. PPE has something to do with the proper clothing of workers or industrial users. First is the head protection. In foundry shop wherein casting procedures were administered, there are some instances that there are heavy objects placed above that might have a possibility to fall. With this, ANSI or American National Standards Institute provides a standard concerning on it. It is the ANSI Z89.1 to 1986, which states that industrial users has the flexibility to choose what particular head protection they might use that best meets the needs in their workplace. An example of this is the hard hat. Hard hat is a type of helmet predominantly used in workplace environments such as industrial or construction sites to protect the head from injury due to falling objects, impact with rain, and electric shock. The next PPE that we must use was the eye and face protection. In casting, we are particularly exposed to chemical coming from molten metal that for some instances of explosion, which was directly in contact with our eyes. ANSI also provides a standard governing this protection. It is the ANSI Z87.1 to 1989, which states that users must use eye protection that was fitted or suitable in their eye lenses. There are types of eye protection that we can use in conducting casting, like visor, safety spectacles, and goggles. So next is hearing protection. Exposure to high level of noise can cause loss of hearing. To prevent those, we are using different types of hearing protection, including the ear muffs and preform or molded earplugs. Next is the hand and arm protection. In conducting casting, we are exposed to different chemicals. Cement and melted lead are two of the some materials that we are using in casting, so we are in danger of skin absorption. With this, we are using different hand and arm protection. So those are leather gloves, which were used particularly against heat or burns. Next was the aluminized gloves that have a synthetic material that has additional material that works against heat and cold. Then the last type of gloves is the synthetic gloves. It is a type of gloves that was same with leather gloves and aluminized gloves, wherein it fights against hot and cold. But the only difference is it also fights with diluted acids. So next PPE that we must wear is the body protection. Body protection was generally exposed to heat and instances of explosion. In light with this, coverall is one type of body protection that protects the body from this kind of instances, like the explosion of lead and heat as well. So, last PPE that we must wear is the foot protection. Our foundry shop is a place where casting was administered. There were falling or rolling objects that we might encounter. Also, we are exposed to molten metal and heat. With this, ANSI also provides a safety precaution to withstand these forms of instances. It must comply with ANSI Z41.1 to 1967 USI standards for men's safety toe footwear. It stated that all industrial men must observe proper feet protection in order to prevent accidents. An example of this was steel toe boot, also known as safety boot, steel cap boot, or safety shoe. It is a durable boot or shoe that has a protective reinforcement in the toe which protects the foot from falling objects or compression. It protects the feet from heat and explosion of molten metal. So, those are the safety precautions that we must observe in the foundry shop in order to administer casting in a right and safest way. So, I hope those safety precautions will help you in your future researchers, and thank you for watching.